What's up guys, I'm Landon with LMR.com. In today's video, we're gonna be showing you the very easy steps on how to change the rear end gear oil in your 9.75 rear end. Of course, this is also going to cover how to remove and how to reinstall your differential cover. Most of Ford's modern production vehicles equipped with a 9.75 rear end can cover several thousand miles before the oil needs to be changed. Now, for those of you that like to have a little bit more fun, well then, a fluid change should probably take place before Ford's recommended change interval. Luckily, changing the gear oil from these rear ends couldn't be any easier, and all you need is some basic hand tools to get the job done. This stuff includes a decent socket set, a drain pan or bucket, a lube locker gasket or RTV silicone to reseal the cover to the rear end if you don't use a gasket, some quality brake clean, towels, a gasket scraper, and some medium-duty scuff pads. Now, before you change the rear end gear oil in your truck, it's always best to check the owner's manual for the recommended oil weight and to make sure that the fill plug can be removed. So to get started, you'll first want to safely support the truck via a lift or jack stance. Locate the fill plug on the side of the rear end housing. Clean it off first if there's any heavy debris, and then verify that this plug can be fully removed. This is removed by using a 3/8 drive extension. Once that is done, you can thread it back in a couple of turns. Place a drain pan or bucket underneath the rear end housing. Loosen and remove all of the bolts except for the top one. All you need to do for that one is just loosen it a few turns. Gently pry open the cover to separate the silicone or gasket material and allow the old oil to drain. Whenever the bulk of the oil has drained, loosen and remove the top bolt and set the cover aside. Use a towel or something clean to remove the old oil from the bottom of the rear end housing. Also, use this opportunity to visually inspect all of the components in the rear end. Before cleaning the mating surface on the rear end housing, cover the entire assembly with a microfiber towel. Use the gasket scraper and scrape away old gasket material or silicone. Scuff the surface with the scuff pad. You'll want this nice and smooth. Flush out the bolt holes with brake clean and compressed air to dislodge old silicone and foreign material. Finally, thoroughly wipe the mating surface with the clean towel and brake clean. If you're going to be reinstalling the factory differential cover, clean it with the same process as you did the rear end housing. Remove the microfiber towel and give the differential one last look. For this video, I'm going to be installing a lube locker gasket and an aftermarket cover from Ford Performance. But if you're just reinstalling the factory cover, apply an 1/8 inch bead of RTV silicone to the rear end or the cover. Make sure you go underneath the bolt hole or simply apply a bead all the way around the hole. Align the cover with the rear end and get the top bolt started. Loosely install the rest of the bolts and then you can run them all down by hand. Now, there isn't a specified torque sequence for these bolts, but because of the design, it's best if you torque them in a cross pattern. Torque specs are very important. If you're reinstalling a factory cover and factory hardware, torque the bolts to 33 pound-feet. If you're installing an aftermarket cover like I did with different hardware, use the torque specs recommended by the manufacturer of the cover. Allow the RTV silicone to cure per the manufacturer's recommendation before filling the housing with fluid. Also, if you've installed an aftermarket cover, verify the drain plug is fully tight. Go ahead and open the fill plug and fill the rear end housing with the recommended amount of gear oil or until fluid begins to seep out of the hole. If you're not using an aftermarket cover with a fill hole, fill the differential with fluid through the factory fill hole. If you're filling the rear end through the aftermarket cover, apply a high-temp thread sealer with PTFE to the factory fill plug and reinstall it. Torque it to 22 pound-feet. Remember, if your vehicle is equipped with a traction lock rear end, you must add 4 ounces of friction modifier if the fluid you are using doesn't already have it pre-mixed. Wipe up any fluid from the housing, reinstall the plug, and torque it to 22 pound-feet. Go ahead and give everything a final once-over, and then you're good to go. All right guys, that'll do it. I hope this video helped you out with your project, all while saving you a little bit of time in the process. As with anything we show you, please use some common sense on whatever it is that you're doing, as certain situations can differ from vehicle to vehicle. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tech videos and turn on notifications. That way you're notified every time we release something new. While you're at it, check out our other videos, and you guys know what to do by now. For all things SVT Lightning, keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.